A Kenyan politician has now used language so provocative that it places Kenya in the same sentence as global power confrontations. Farah Maalim has dared Donald Trump, and in geopolitics, daring a superpower is never harmless. Farah Maalim, a veteran politician known for blunt, confrontational rhetoric, is reported to have challenged Donald Trump, essentially questioning why the US would target leaders elsewhere but spare President William Ruto.
Telling the President of the United States of America, Donald Trump, come and plug out our president. Pick our president the way you have picked Maduro. Nobody, not the mightiest powers in this world, will have that capacity to do this against the will of Kenyans. Kenyans and the world must remember what happened many years back in Mogadishu when the Americans, with all their sophistication and might, wanted to take one General Farah Muhammad Aidid. The one thing you can never try in the Horn of Africa is to try and do that. Americans learned their lesson, the international community learned its lesson, and not a single president of ours, not a single leader of our country will be placarded by anybody else. We don't care whether you're a superpower, and nobody will ever try. As long as we have Kenyans with the guts, and we have many of them who have the guts, including all of us who are here now addressing you today, nobody is going to mess with us because they think we are a subhuman. No. If it has happened in other countries, if it has happened in Libya, it has happened in Iraq, it has happened in other places, I can assure you one thing, it will never happen in Kenya. And we are willing to shed every drop of blood of every citizen of this country. Anybody ambaye anawatafuta wazungu kwenda kwa lamba aende atafute hapo kwingine. And we have the capacity to protect ourselves from any external threat, regardless of how powerful that external threat is, even if it's a nuclear power.
Whether intended as sarcasm, defiance, or a political commentary, the message landed loudly. If America can go after others, let it try Kenya. Those were his exact words. You see, in diplomacy, perception matters more than intention. And this statement was perceived as a direct challenge. History does not treat such words lightly. Let's be brutally honest, and I want to be truly honest with this leader. The world has watched leaders who publicly mocked or challenged US power. You remember Manuel Noriega laughed it off until US soldiers stormed Panama. Muammar Gaddafi dismissed Western pressure until NATO jets filled the skies. Saddam Hussein dared Washington, and the rest is history. No one is saying Kenya is facing invasion, but history shows that rhetoric creates narratives, and narratives shape policy. President William Ruto has worked hard to project himself internationally as a reliable Western ally, a pro-market reformer, a strategic partner of Washington. That makes this statement especially dangerous because when inflammatory words come from a senior political figure, foreign capitals don't ask who was joking. They ask, what does this reveal about the political climate? And in global politics, uncertainty is poison. Now, this is not really about Trump, and it's not really about Ruto. It's about something deeper. 1. Growing anger toward Western dominance. 2. Frustration with perceived double standards. And 3. A rising temptation among politicians to sound fearless on the global stage. But sounding fearless and being reckless are separated by a very thin line. Now, here is the uncomfortable truth. Superpowers don't respond to dares. They respond to signals. Signals that a country may be politically unstable, internal voices are turning confrontational, diplomatic discipline is weakening, and once that perception forms, it's almost impossible to reverse it. So, Farah Maalim may see this as bold talk. His supporters may see courage in him, but history teaches one brutal lesson. Small nations pay the highest price for careless words like these. The real danger is actually not Trump in this case. The real danger is normalizing reckless rhetoric in a world that listens very carefully. I'm Dixon Orodi Mabior, and do subscribe and see you in the next video.